Thanks for watching The 9.
So a recent survey found that 64% of Americans see the importance of having a will, but only 34% actually have an estate plan in place. Patrick Simasko from Simasko Law is here to help us through this process. Patrick, we talk about it, Dina and I and Lee, quite a bit, the importance of having a document drawn up. And I think it's, you were just here a couple of weeks ago talking about the Aretha Franklin situation and all the problems that could happen if you don't have something in writing.
Well, she had it in writing, and there's still a big war, and it's still going on today. The court issued another court date to decide which will, did the newest will control the old one. So the key is having stuff done right so you don't have fights. You don't want to pay a bunch of lawyers, a bunch of fees fighting over stuff.
About 6 months ago, my wife and I just did this. We have small children, an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old. It is an uncomfortable conversation to have, but we wanted to take the guesswork out of it for everybody around us.
So for you, you have an 8 and a 6.
Yeah.
Why did it take 8 years to get yours done? And I know the answer.
No.
I know the answer. You couldn't pick who to be in charge as guardians. It's always the hardest part for the young families. Who should be watching over the kids if we both pass away? And that's the most important decision to have.
And you know, you figure, you know, we're fairly young people. We don't even want to think about that. Yeah. But that is something that you have to think about, right?
The risk is so big that if you don't have it done, the ramifications if it happens. And the two of them, one, you need to pick a guardian for your kids to watch over the day-to-day care. That's in the will. But they're on their own at age 18. Well, you can't give anything to an 18-year-old. Just think we gave you money at 18, right?
What
we would do with it.
Oh,
so then you have a trust agreement to watch over the money until they're 25 or 20, use it for college, school, car payments, stuff like that.
What about for older people, Patrick? I mean, just, you know, maybe it's a conversation that you just don't want to have, but as you mentioned, Aretha wrote it down, but still, that is challenged. You need to have something legally bound, right?
Well, that was legal. The thing is, every parent, the worst thing in the world for a parent is having their kids fighting over the terms. If you have it done and you talk to someone that knows what they're doing and you get it written down, what you're doing is creating a toolbox. Everybody needs a toolbox, a hammer, a screwdriver, a wrench. Our toolbox as an elder law attorney is a will, a revocable trust, a medical power of attorney, financial power of attorney. Those are the documents that are really important. And you need every tool in the toolbox to make sure you have all the bases covered.
And even if you don't have a lot of money, maybe you got nothing, it is still important to have your wishes executed at the end of life as well. Do you want to be cremated? Do you want to go into the ground? You take the guesswork out of it.
So there's funeral arrangements, who gets your wedding ring, how do you want your property disposed of. That's after you pass away. But more importantly is your medical and financial power of attorney. We know that, I know my wife signs my name better than I sign my name, but I still need a financial power of attorney. So if we need to do planning or do a tax return, I'm unavailable, you need that document, and you need a medical power of attorney. That's another tool in the toolbox. You got to have them all, and every one of them. You bought your screwdriver set. Which is the most important screwdriver?
Yeah, they're equally as
important. The one you need. The one you need at that time, right? So you need them all. You need the whole set.
If you want to find Patrick, you can visit him at simaskolaw.com. But for people that I just want to get this done quickly, there are websites out there that you could do this for very cheap.
The hospitals give out the medical power of attorney to fill out. You can go online and get a financial power of attorney to fill out. You can go online and have a will done. You can handwrite it on the back of an envelope, or you can have like LegalZoom or those documents. The trouble is, they're as good as the person that's preparing them. So Aretha's will was perfect, except they had over $600,000 in attorney fees last year alone, fighting over the terms of it. So you need to talk to someone, and then Protecting if you pass away from probate is completely different, and God forbid you have to go to a nursing home. That's a different set of plans that you have to do. It's a different set of tools in the toolbox that you need.
Get that conversation started. Take the guesswork out of it for people.
That's the hardest part, is getting the client's butt in that seat to talk to them. And the perfect weekend's coming up. Talk to your parents to see if you have it done.
Patrick, thank you so much. Appreciate it.